Hi everyone, my name is Dayonarha Iruegas. This is speech number 2 for communications 1 and 3. There's a lot of misconceptions about women and weightlifting. Not a lot of girls weightlift because they think that the more weights they do or the heavier they go, they're gonna look masculine and bulky, and that's a big lie for starters. How many of you here lift weights or work out? Just one, and it's the guy. When you work out, you see mainly guys in the weight area, and that's because most of the women and girls think that, like I said, if they lift weights, they're gonna look masculine. First of all, I want to make something clear. Girls do not grow as much or have as much testosterone as guys do, and because of that, they cannot grow muscle the same way guys do. Like, for example, if a guy works out for a whole month, of course you're gonna see big muscles and tone. For girls, it's not like that. It takes a lot for a girl to be as big as a guy. When you think of girls in weightlifting and them being masculine and bulky, most of the time it's professional bodybuilders, and what they do is that they take steroids to get more testosterone and get that big, but it's never a natural look. They always put something different into their body to get bigger. So that's one big misconception about girls and weightlifting. Another thing is that, and it's for everyone mainly, is that if you lift, all the fat that you have in your body is gonna turn into muscle. That's another big lie. Muscle and fat are two different tissues, so of course you cannot turn one into the other one. So if you work out, you do not turn the fat into muscle. What happens is that your muscle starts growing because you're working it out. Because of the cardio and type of exercises that you do, you start losing weight, and that way you decrease the fat in your body. And it goes in hand with another misconception, that if you stop working out, all the fat that you gain turns into, all the muscle that you gain turns into fat. And that can happen. Like I mentioned, it's two different tissues that they cannot combine at all. What happens most of the time is because people work out, right? And they get all this muscle, and their metabolism starts going faster and faster. In that way, they can eat whatever they want, and they stay skinny and all that. When they stop working out, since they don't do anything and they don't work it out, all the extra calories that anyone's eating starts turning into fat. Like I say, with the muscles, if you don't use it, you lose it, and that's what happens. More fat, less muscle, of course, you're gonna gain weight and you're gonna get fat, but it's not because of the muscle that you gain at all. One big thing that you see all the time at the gym too is that you see all the girls, every single girl that you see is in the cardio machines or just running or things like that. And they say that girls should only do cardio and lift really light weights. That's not a good thing either. If you do a lot of cardio, you do not gain muscle because you're not working it out. Your body needs the resistance and needs to lift heavier weights for your body to make any type of change. If it doesn't feel like it needs to change, it's never gonna change. Another thing is that there's a lot of commercials out there that show girls that if you do these exercises, your breast is gonna increase and you're gonna look fuller and whatever. That's a big lie too. What happens is that with muscles, of course, you start training your muscles, they get big. What happens most of the time is that you start getting muscles in your back, and that makes for your measurements to go bigger, and that's a misconception because your back just gets bigger, not your cup size. Actually, if you lose weight while you work out. And what happens most of the time is that if your body goes into 12% or less body fat, that's when your chest starts decreasing. You start losing fat, and for the most part, the fat is in your chest area. Another thing that happens most of the time, and I'm guilty for that, is that if you work out, you get to whatever you want. That's a big lie, and you can see that. What happens all the time is that your body, since you're working out, your metabolism goes faster. but sometimes the exercises that you do, it's not enough, and your body's not burning as much calories as you're eating. So if you're not burning as much calories, all that extra calories turn into fat. That's a big misconception, and like I said, I'm really guilty for that. One big thing is that, and I believe that, and I thought this was true before I started working out and lifting weight, is that if you do heavy weights, if you lift weights, is that your muscles start getting stiff, you just stay stiff and you have no flexibility. That's a big lie. Like I said, the more you work out and the better the exercises you do, if you do them correctly, you actually increase your flexibility with your muscles, because you're doing the movement right, and at the same time you're stretching your muscles, you're feeling them out. But there's, like I said, there's a lot of misconceptions. Each person has to try it out and see what works for them or not. It's a really rewarding thing to go to the gym and be lifting or be curling or be doing whatever type of weight that is closer to the guys. At least for me, it's a really fun thing. It's nice to have a little muscle and to look firm. And I hope you guys learned something from this speech. Thank you.